Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Seeking the Scares YouTube channel. I have 5 more picks this week. Let's get into it. So before we get into the 5 albums picked this week, I wanted to share that I got some sound acoustics in this room to help hopefully with the audio so there's not any feedback. I noticed in the last video I had some feedback, so I have some sound panels up there and these ones behind me more for decoration, but they still do something. And then also got some better lighting, so my video should be looking and sounding a lot better now. But for my first album this week, I have Pennywise Straight Ahead. This is a Southern California punk band. This album came out in 1999 on Epitaph. I picked it because it just reminded me a lot of like that kind of culture. I believe a lot of their songs off this album were featured in those surf videos that Epitaph started letting people use their music in. I think it's a great album, so let's go on to the next one. So for my next pick this week, I have Oingo Boingo, Dead Man's Party. So this is actually more of a first take for me. I haven't heard this album before, even though they're a pretty popular band. My first time listening to the Oingo Boingos. I really enjoyed this album. If you haven't heard it yet, I recommend giving it a listen. But there's not too much I can say right now because I'm just getting into it. But I wanted to share with you guys what I've been listening to this week. And that album is one that stood out this week that I listened to. So for number 3 this week, I have The Boys of the Low. I believe that's how you say it. This is a live album. It's a Irish folk album, more of a classic Irish album, not really a rebel album. But it's just nice, relaxing album. The instrumental playing on it's incredible, and the mastering on this album also sounds really nice. It's gonna be my number 3 pick. Let's go on to number 4. So for number 4 this week, I have Bones Unrendered. This is a goth rap album from 2017. It's kind of an odd pick for me, especially with what I've been including in this series lately. But I recommended this album because it's been kind of more of what I've been listening to this week from this genre, and I wanted to pinpoint this album out of that genre because this is a really cohesive album. It all flows together very well. A lot of stuff from this genre is usually singles or 1 or 2 songs pulled from an album, but this album I think stands out front to back as being a really good album. Their hit song off this album is Control Alt Delete, but this album has a very cohesive theme that carries out throughout the entire album. But yeah, if you haven't heard of this genre before, I think it's definitely worth checking out. I'm not saying everyone's going to like it, but it's something different. So it's kind of what I'm trying to be all about, is getting people into new music, and it's definitely something that I wanted to put forward to you guys. So for number 5 this week, actually came from one of you guys. It is Prince Controversy. I listened to it front and back. I actually really enjoyed this album. It's probably my favorite listen I had this week. Listened to it a couple times over actually, but this album is definitely what it says it is. Pretty controversial, especially for the time it was released. Talking about politics, race, sexuality, gun control, all kinds of different topics in this album. The guitar solo on Ronnie Russia and the bass solo on Let's Walk, really incredible. Also the lyrics on Annie Christian really spoke to me. I really enjoyed this album. Thank you for suggesting it. I like this idea of you guys bouncing albums off to me to listen to, because this way I'm giving you guys some albums to check out for the week, and then I get more ideas this way also of stuff I might be missing out on. But that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.